Round 5 of the Canadian Triple Crown Series MX National Sauce at Saint Denis, just outside Ottawa, Ontario. Heavy rain overnight saw a shortened schedule for practice and qualifying, but when the gate dropped for the 250 first moto, you can still see a bit of standing water on the track. We did have a great track, though, for racing. Getting out to the hole shot, number 8, Mitchell Harrison, took the early lead ahead of Kevin Benoit. Tanner Ward up there, Ryder McNabb, a great start by Dylan Rempel. He would actually have a very solid day, finishing 6th in this one. Noah Viney and Preston Massiangelo would be left playing catch-up after problems off the start. Mitchell Harrison out front, followed by the KTM boys. Nice start from Tanner Ward here. Unfortunately, his day would not go as he would like, as bike issues would kick him out of both motos. Good to see number 14, that's Quinn Amiot, back in action with his finger injury, and that was number 147, Hayden Jameson, looking good. He would take 9th in this one. We're holding it in this corner to have a look for number 613, Jimmy Dakotas, who's making a return to Canada for a one-off race. And there he is, outside the top 20 early, but he would push his way all up as far as 10th at one point until his bike would let go on him. Kevin Benoit out front. 3rd place there is Tanner Ward. At this point, troubles for Mitchell Harrison. Mistakes would be the name of the game here for several of the riders, as Josiah Natsky was moving his way up there in 4th place. Nice ride from Creighton Dillon there. The intermediate rider now had Jimmy Dakotas on him. Creighton Dillon would actually go 8th place in this one and end up 10th overall. Now Ryder McNabb found himself out front. Mitchell Harrison now had Kevin Benoit behind him. There was Tanner Ward sitting 4th place here. 5th to Josiah Natsky, trying to move his way up. And as mentioned, Dylan Rempel having a fantastic ride. He had number 14, Quinn Amiot, who would be very solid on the day. 5.5 for 4th for him. Looking back at, that's Austin Jones with his teammate, number 12, Sebastian Racine. You can already see some bike issues happening there. Very humid day. Both riders would suffer problems and not finish this one, actually. Austin Jones would finish. He would have to push his bike across the line, as you will see here. As there are always Josiah Natsky trying to make a move on Tanner Ward. Ward not giving up so easily, though, at this point, the bike running nicely. Number 14 had the battle of Rempel and Austin Jones on him. No problems, though, up front now for Ryder McNabb. He's then had, at this point, Mitchell Harrison up in 2nd. 3rd to, that's Kevin Benoit. He was starting to feel the effects of the heat. 4th was Josiah Natsky. In for goggles was number 61, Noah Viney. That's all Viney there, wiping down the face, trying to get him back out as quickly as possible. Not a great day for the youngster who lives in California now, and you can see some roll-off problems for Kevin Benoit, just to add to the fact that he was suffering some heat exhaustion in this one. As Natsky closes in, he had Mitchell Harrison behind him. When Amiot with that finger that he injured in Calgary, as you can now see some smoke coming out of Austin Jones's bike there. Nice little battle. Top 20 for Marcus Ducey and Blake Davies. And there goes the bike. He had a rad hose split on him and spew. He would end up pushing the bike across, but no troubles out front for Ryder McNabb. Takes the win. Austin Jones pushes across for 12th as Natsky comes through for 2nd. 3rd, able to hang on, Kevin Benoit, but as you'll see here, unable to go up onto the podium. 4th for Mitchell Harrison. And 5th, there is number 14, Quinn Amiot. Good to see him back. And there is Kevin Benoit struggling, unable to go up for his first moto interviews.
450 moto of the day, so make sure you guys get over there.
450 Moto 1 would get underway under better conditions as the track began to come around. First moto hole shot goes to Jess Pettis, number 15. Check out Brennan Sipple out of Texas, a good start for him. Followed by Dylan Wright and Tyler Gibbs, number 22 there, good start for him. Jess Pettis would lead out the group here with Dylan Wright behind him. Gibbs safely in 3rd at this point. 4th to Lars Van Berkel, then Andy Troots, Daniel Elmore, Medallia, Sipple, and there's Seth Hughes, a great start for him. Great start for number 117, Michael De Silva. Lars Van Berkel out of the Netherlands. This could be the last we'll see out of him, likely. Good rides for him. Oh, trouble for Michael De Silva down. He would take a probably a foot peg or a handlebar to the stomach and chest, and it would drop him back quite a ways in the field. How's the battle for 3rd? Look at that between these 4 riders. Great battle here. Jeremy Mackay would really like to get into that mix, and he does close in. Unfortunately, bike troubles would prevent him from finishing this one. There's Van Berkel third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, and there is Mackay at this point up in that mix. Andy Troots having a nice battle with Julian Bennick for seventh and eighth, and actually Bennick would get around him and have a solid day, 7-7 for sixth overall. Andy Troots, a rider out of Belgium, he would actually end up eighth on the day. Great ride for Seth Hughes, finishing 10th in this one behind Mason out of Michigan in 8th. Daniel Elmore looking good there, holding off Tyler Medaglia as he has hit the deck there. You can see at this point in the race, Jess Pettis still holding off Dylan Wright, but in that spot right there, you'll see that is where trouble will happen for Jess Pettis as he was trying to hold off Dylan Wright very late. There it is there, heading into Hell's Kitchen. He would go down, handing the win over to Dylan Wright, who would take this one. Jess Pettis able to hang on to second, though. Third to Lars Van Berkel, still having fun clearing the double on the finish line. Sand rider that he is. Fourth, great ride. Nice showing from Daniel Elmore. And fifth to Tyler Medaglia. 250 Moto 2 blasted off the gate. As you can see, that standing water still remained on that start straightaway there. Grabbing the whole shot in this one, it was Mitchell Harrison, followed by, that's Ryder McNabb. Getting sideways was number 126, Kevin Benoit, dropped a couple of spots. Third to Josiah Natsky in this one. And there we have number 12, Sebastian Racine, looking much better after that DNF in the first moto. He would end up fourth in this one. Much better start for Preston Massiangelo, looking good. The teammates, MVP teammates, going at it there, nice little battle. Out front, it was Mitchell Harrison in this one. He had Ryder McNabb on his rear wheel throughout this entire moto. Third, Josiah Natsky started to feel his bike letting go a wee bit, ended up backing off a bit. Fourth at this point, coming back after that heat exhaustion, was Kevin Benoit. He would have a nasty fall in this one, ending up ninth. And there is Racine looking good there up in fourth place at the end of this one. Actually ahead of Kevin Benoit now, as this battle continued out front. Number 8, Mitchell Harrison takes the win just ahead of Ryder McNabb. Down a lap, showing Kevin Benoit there, ended up ninth in this one, losing some points. Third, Josiah Natsky, you can see that bike smoking there as he just tries to get it across the finish line in third. Fourth, Sebastian Racine, looking very good in this one at his home race. And there we have your podium, your overall podium. Third place to Josiah Natsky. Second to Mitchell Harrison. First, again, to Ryder McNabb as he extends his points lead. Let's have a look at the results on this one and the current points. Final moto of the day, 450 Moto 2, got off the line. Another good start for Sipple there, as you can see the 777 on the inside, but it was Jess Pettis out front, followed by a great start by Daniel Elmore. BC boys with Tyler Gibbs, you can see Sipple there. There goes Parker Eels through, Troots. Trouble for both Van Berkel and Tyler Medaglia, as they would have to start from the back of the pack in this one and work their way through. Out front, Daniel Elmore finds himself with Dylan Wright behind him, and up in fourth, Tyler Gibbs. Fifth, seeing Josh Clark up to see him. Nice to see him coming up out of the States. Used to ride our series. Good for him, the number 231. As then we had Dylan Wright got around Elmore to take second place. Elmore looking great, though, in third place. Roots goes through. Now we take a look here, trying to find out how far back Medaglia and Van Berkel are, and here comes Tyler Medaglia trying to make passes. Jess Pettis looking good out front as Dylan Wright, our current points leader and undefeated in the overalls. Dylan Wright started to move up on him. Elmore having a look behind him, must be looking for Medaglia and Van Berkel. He finds number 22. And there is Jeremy Mackay making up for that DNF in the first. He would actually end up sixth and look really good in this one. And there goes, as we mentioned, Josh Clark. And there's Van Berkel moving his way up. He would end up in sixth place in this one. Andy Troots had Julian Bennick on him again. These two would get at it. Jerry Lawrence up here and Grant Hoffman looking good. And now these two up front were very close, heading into Hell's Kitchen here. Tyler Medaglia moving his way up. You got Jeremy Mackay behind him. And Burkle also moving up. Just smashing into that berm. There is Tyler Gibbs looking good. And there is Josh Clark again, as we mentioned before. Clark would end up 9th overall. He had Troots, and there is Bennick chasing him down. And now as these two are right together, heading into later on in the moto here as they head into Hell's Kitchen. Dylan Wright able to grab all of it and clear that double and make the pass, and he would make it stick. Going 1-1 to Jess Pettis' 2-2 on the day. Daniel Elmore thought he was safe in 3rd, but he knew the number 5 of Tyler Medaglia would be closing in, and he was. But Medaglia also felt his bike starting to let go, started to ease up as Dylan Wright took the win. Real-time look back to 2nd place there is number 15, Jess Pettis. 3rd, very impressive, out of Telkwa, BC. That's Daniel Elmore landing up on the podium. 4th, all the way up from the back, takes a look at the bike there is Tyler Medaglia. And then 5th to Lars Van Berkel. 3rd on the day, making it onto the podium. Daniel Elmore, pumped to be there for sure. 2nd on the day, Jess Pettis. Congratulates his fellow BC rider. And taking the overall win again, Dylan Wright extends his points lead. There is your podium. Now let's have a look at the results and the points as we head off to Riverglade in Moncton, New Brunswick for round 6.